The Constitution wasn't written for interpretation, it was written in blood. Every goddamn word in that document was chosen with the weight of the world behind it. It wasn't some casual brainstorm over tea and fucking biscuits. It was hammered out through war, through starvation, through watching friends, brothers and sons blown to pieces while their fucking guts spilled onto the dirt. They knew what tyranny looked like. They knew what unchecked power did to human beings. They weren't guessing, they lived it. And they swore. Never again. The Constitution wasn't supposed to be a soft, flexible suggestion sheet. It wasn't built for interpretation by some wine-sipping tenured prick hiding behind progressive ideals. It was built to be a straitjacket for the government, not for us. For them. Shall not be infringed! Not shall not be infringed unless you feel uncomfortable. Not shall not be infringed unless public opinion shifts. Not shall not be infringed unless you get scared and want more control. No fucking exceptions. They picked their words like warriors laying the final stones of a goddamn fortress. They argued, fought, raged, and sacrificed to get every letter right. They didn't hope it would stand, they engineered it to withstand corruption itself. They meant every syllable. And what the fuck do we do now? We let bloated bureaucrats, career politicians, and cowardly judges jack off over the meaning of plain English like it's some sacred fiddle. It's not a riddle, it's a goddamn set of chains welded to the ankles of government. Rights aren't fucking permissions. Rights aren't gifts. Rights aren't privileges that expire because someone in a suit wets their pants. Rights are recognition that this is ours, our bodies, our words, our homes, our land, our lives, and if you don't like it, get the fuck out of government. Get the fuck out of the way, because you swore an oath to protect it, not to edit it, not to mold it, not to use it as toilet paper. You don't get to cherry pick freedom. You don't get to redefine liberty every election cycle. You don't get to move the goalposts when the Constitution says you don't have the power. You don't get to pretend you don't understand, you do. Just don't care. And the worst part, every inch they reinterpret comes from us. Every new meaning strips flesh off the backs of free men and women who never asked for their pity, never needed their protection, and sure as fuck never consented to being ruled like cattle. We are not subjects! We are not experiments! We are not fucking statistics! We are citizens of a republic founded in blood sacrifice and a level of clarity that today's pampered assholes couldn't survive 5 minutes under. So when they say interpretation, what they really mean is we don't respect you enough to honor the deal. We don't fear you enough to restrain ourselves. We don't believe you'll do anything when we take what's yours. That's what they mean. You wanna know what the founders would say if they saw this shit show? They'd be reloading, they'd be organizing, they'd be reminding every official from the town council to the fucking White House who the real power belongs to, and it ain't them. There's no Webster's Book of Interpretations because there's no need for one. Words aren't open to your mood, words mean what they fucking mean. Especially when you're founding a country at gunpoint, with your blood in the dirt. You don't interpret the word shall. You don't interpret the word infringe. You don't get to squint at it, tilt your head, and feel a different meaning into it because it's Tuesday and your donor base is crying. Words were the goddamn contracts. Words were the battleground after the bullet stopped. Words were the line in the sand that said this far and no further. No poetic license, no riddles, just truth in ink and blood. When they wrote the Constitution, they weren't leaving back doors for some future Ivy League dipshit to crawl through. They sealed the doors shut. They bolted the windows closed. They carved it straight into the fucking bedrock of the new world. You can't build a republic out of gray areas. You can't fight a fucking empire just to scribble, well, it's complicated, across your freedom. They fought to make it clear. They fought to make it untouchable. They fought to make it last longer than they ever would. And what do we get now? We get greasy, overpaid lawyers, politicians and judges trying to crawl up the ass of plain language to reinterpret what everyone with the 3rd grade reading level already knows it says. It doesn't need interpretation. It needs obedience. It needs courage. It needs people willing to tell the government to shove their interpretations up their ass sideways. Words have fucking meaning. Freedom has fucking meaning. The Constitution has fucking meaning! And if you're too cowardly, too corrupt, or too brain dead to follow it, you don't belong anywhere near the power that belongs to the people. We are the descendants of revolutionaries. Act like it. They didn't starve through winter to watch us beg for scraps from men in ties. Didn't freeze their feet off to hear us ask permission to speak. They didn't crawl through hell with rifles and ink so we could stand here confused about whether we're allowed to say no. They made it clear the tree of liberty isn't a house plant. It needs blood, not copper rods, not polling data, not some spineless resolution on a marble floor. It needs men who won't kneel unless it's to aim. We are not relics, we are not fading ink in some forgotten archive. We are the fucking consequence of what happens when you push people too far. So keep pushing. Keep testing how far you can twist the language. Keep pretending your robes and gavels make you gods. Keep betting we won't do shit. Because one day you'll hear a knock you didn't schedule. You'll open the door and it won't be cameras. It won't be petitions. It'll be the descendants of revolutionaries. Act like it.